How did that journey of building something, like, did you learn programming? Did you have affinity towards programming that got you to start your first company, which was building websites for others? Like, how did that begin?
I mean, I'm a computer science major, right? So I did computer science in college, undergrad. So I think that was the start where, I just loved technology growing up, just somehow just loved it. Being in India, tech was something, you just, I guess, love. And that turned into this, someone asked me, hey, if you can build a website. And I'm like, yeah, I think I can. And I made $1,000 or $2,000. I was just 17, 18 years old, right? That was a lot of money in the US back in the day. So it still is a lot of money in the US. So that turned into like, hey, maybe I can do something here. I ended up hiring a bunch of engineers and we just built sites. And that led to all of the companies I built was this basic building block of like, how do you build basic sites and how do you work with clients and how do you help them grow their marketing. So SEO was the thing that we did. Like you sell all these services because you sell one service, right? You want to stack up the revenue stack so you can make more money per customer. I did not know back in the days, but definitely makes very clear now what it is.
So that first company was all about a B2B company of sorts, which you were basically
B2B company. Yeah.
working for other businesses, and then switching and building Rumi, which got a lot of attention, a lot of focus, and also got you a Forbes 30 under 30 recognition as well. How did Ruby come about? Was it a problem which you faced, you had, or your friends had? Like, how did that Ruby start off?
Yeah, I mean, being in the US and being in New York was, it's very expensive. I mean, young people living in big cities is very expensive.
Yep.
And I think second piece was always around like, you don't want to live by yourself when you're that young, right? Like you want to have friends, you want to have some community, some company, right? And leaving home, back home, it was always it's a tough journey to move to the US by yourself with no family and no friends. So I always experienced like finding a roommate was a hassle. You had to trust people. You had to figure out, who these people are, right? So, and if you match, like you have the same preferences, different preferences, whatever this is. So end up building Roomy to help for that. And that was the longest damn project I've worked on actually for like a decade. Very grateful for the experience, learned the most, made the most mistakes as well, and helped tons of people along the way that found amazing roommates.
Now, when I look at your competition set, you also have launched now a writer capability using AI, and we'll double click on that as we come along. But you also have a social media management and a marketing platform. You have various other modules within Simplified. And when you look at, there are some bigger players and it's a mature market. Why entry with a relatively newer product? And I'm sure you've looked at Scott Brinker's Chief Martech, you know, Martech landscape. He just released something in May, and there are 11,000 marketing technology apps. It's more of an advice for a lot of other newcomers in the industry, as well as something which I would like to challenge your thought. Why build a product in a crowded space?
The good thing about a crowded space is being validated. The best thing about crowded space is that, hey, if there are 11,000 companies and I have no idea there are, that means that they somehow have room to exist. That's one. Second is, I think, if you look at the space of marketing in general, I think we think about marketing creation, marketing distribution, and then also market as sort of asset management, like these three pillars we think about.
Yep.
It's been one of the few industries that's been ever growing, actually. If you look at Adobe's page and Canva, then even HubSpot and maybe Hootsuite, all these companies have been ever expanding. We've never seen like a shrinking industry, right? So it's so large and it's getting so vast that I think there's so much room to grow even now. But we want to build something very different. We believe in imagine all your marketing workflow powered by AI. So we want to build multiple apps that are in marketing to help you achieve different things, right? So like workflow automation. Using AI, that's why we build all these tools, from AI writing to social media to design and video, right? So whatever helps a marketer, a business gets the job done, but all powered by AI. So we're very different in that sense, right? Because we're AI first company. We're not the old school company.
I hope you enjoyed this clip from my podcast series called Masters Decoded. The intention of bringing these clips to you is to allow you to understand some key moments of the conversations I've had with my guest. I would recommend and highly encourage you to listen to the entire podcast, which you can find the link to the podcast in the description below. I look forward to you subscribing to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified of all the future clips which we keep releasing every week on this channel.